This is my 1-minute update about the two most important things happening in the Vancouver real estate market right now. Most of my private clients want to know these two things. Number one, has the value of my home gone up or down? And number two, if I were to sell my home right now, how long would it take? Detached home benchmark prices have taken the largest hit and decreased by 5% from this time last year. Townhouse benchmark prices have decreased 0.2% year over year, and condo apartment benchmark prices have actually increased 1.7% year over year. And if you were to sell your home today and leave Vancouver using my video marketing process, it would take you approximately 3 to 6 weeks, depending on the area that you live in. Now, if you want to know something specific about your home, your neighborhood, your street, even your neighbor's house, message me below. I'll get you all the details. And now here are the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver stats. The Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver reports that home sales in the region saw a 55.3% decrease from those sales recorded in January of 2021 and a 21.1% decrease from the sales recorded in December of 2022. Last month's sales were 42.9% below the 10-year January sales average. Due to seasonality, market activity is typically quieter in January. Because of the mortgage rates having risen so rapidly over the last year, it was anticipated that home sales this month would be among the lowest in recent history. While sales activity may be half of what it was during the craziness of January 2022, things are definitely picking up right now, and buyers seem to be coming out in droves. Inventory is still relatively low compared with the demand. So when a new home is hitting the market these days, and it shows really nicely and is priced well, it isn't lasting very long, and I'm hearing numerous stories from colleagues around the region who are in multiple offers over the past month when a new home hits the market, or even if a home has been sitting on the market for a while, suddenly the buyers that have come out are putting offers on these properties and sometimes winding up in multiple offers. We know the peak for prices in our market occurred last spring. Now, over the coming months, year-over-year data comparisons will show larger price declines than have been previously reported. It's important to understand that these year-over-year calculations are backward-looking. Price declines have already happened, and what we're seeing today is that pricing may have found a footing, even if it is an awkward one sandwiched between low inventory and higher borrowing costs. So joining me right now is Alex McFadden. He's going to talk about all things mortgages and especially what's on everybody's mind right now, which is what is going to be happening with interest rates for the rest of this year, right?
The last year, what has everyone been wondering? Everyone's been wondering, when are rates going to stop going up? Yeah. Well, the good news is Tiff Macklem, who's the guy who controls the lever, recently came out last week and said it looks like they're going to pause on the rate increases. And this is good news for obviously current mortgage holders and anybody else thinking about getting into the marketplace. Just so you guys know, we've seen interest rates increase on the variable rate side over 4% in less than a year. That was something we haven't seen historically in a long time, and nobody enjoyed that. Now, pausing rates doesn't mean rates coming down, but we can anticipate if we do start to see disinflation occur, which is basically the opposite of inflation. When everything goes down and slows down a little bit, we will start to see some signs of moving towards, well, rates coming down. Now, most of the markets are suggesting that we see rates start to come down towards the end of the year, but if I had to place bets today, knowing our government, I would say we're probably not going to see rate declines until 2024. This is really good news, though, for a lot of people who are thinking about getting into this real estate market, because there's still a lot of people waiting on the sidelines, which means as a buyer, you know, it's going to get busier, definitely a lot busier than it was, say, the second half of 2022.
It's already getting busier.
And it is. But 2024, when we see rates go down, you'll see another rush back to the market. So my feedback is if you bought a home in 2022 and you're stressed out, just keep holding that home, enjoy it, live there. If you have the cash flow, if you're in a good financial situation, first-time buyers, move-ups, anybody for that matter, then you should definitely be talking about how you can get into the market this year. This is your year from a value perspective. Looking over the next few years, it's very likely, and most of the models suggest, guess what? Prices going up, rates go down, prices go up, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, and you know, to your point, a lot of the buyers that were sitting on the sidelines toward the end of last year because they were sort of waiting for these rate increases to level off, right? I think a lot of that confidence was starting to percolate in December. And although the year-over-year stats from January now to January of last year say it's like a 53% decline in activity, that's not the stat to really be looking at, because last year was the craziest January, right? You have to take this January in context of what is happening right now. And it looks like all the buyers are coming back to the market at the same time. Like everybody's jumping back into the pool, it seems. I'm hearing, tale after tale of different colleagues in multiple offers throughout the city in all different areas. So it's really interesting. What else do you think is happening here for us, through the rest of this quarter and then the rest of the year?
Right. Well, in the mortgage world, there are some upcoming potential changes which will impact borrowers. Another reason why probably getting into the market sooner than later and not letting the government restrict you. So for someone who's looking to qualify close to what their maximum is, you could see your maximum come down at some point later this year. Proposed changes, but nonetheless changes that should occur. So again, control your destiny. For folks who want to buy rental properties, there will be some restrictions there. Again, some of these are very vague, so probably not worth talking about, but it's another reason why you want to control your destiny. And if you have a goal to buy or invest, you should be having these conversations at least now.
Yeah. Well, if you're in the market to buy, Alex is the man to call. If you have not gotten a pre-approval yet, give him a shout. His contact info is below, and we'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed that video and you want to learn more about Metro Vancouver neighborhoods, I have filmed a ton of neighborhoods around Metro Vancouver. You can check them out right here on this playlist. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, you're going to find everything you need to live, love, and own here in Vancouver. So don't forget to subscribe.